tools like Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, LLaMA, and so on are amazing tools and they can boost our efficiency so much, also in the fields of requirements engineering. That's why today I want to show you how to brainstorm with the AI of your choice on project constraints. My name is Michael. Hey, and I'm happy that you're here today. And before we're going to start and jump into the AI, I want to just give you a little bit of the theory. Then I'll walk you through the prompt that I prepared and I'll give you a live demonstration how that all works and how it pieces together. All right, let's start. First of all, let's look at some theory behind it. We're looking at requirements, right? Requirements are the desires and needs of other stakeholders, for example, and there's different types of requirements around. So first of all, there's the functional requirements. Functional requirements is pretty much everything around how your product should work, how your system should work, and usually that's the first thing that you will come to know from your stakeholders about how the software, what features it should have. The second very important category are quality requirements. Quality requirements are also called non-functional requirements, but I personally prefer quality requirements as a term over non-functional because they're not as close to functional as non-functional, if you get what I mean. Right, and the third category, which is very important, are constraints. Basically, constraints are anything around your project that you cannot influence as a team, but you have to adhere to that. They limit the solution space, so they limit the way how you can solve things and what is in scope for you. And for example, these could be any sort of cost restriction, budget, timing, sales, organizational, documentational, or also legal requirements and compliance topics. And I brought you a couple of examples out of the financial industry, out of my experience that I've seen during my time in big corporations. For example, we have general data protection and privacy regulations. That is, if you are dealing in any sort of way with personal data, then we have the GDPR for Europe and the CCPA for the US. And then there are many different financial industry regulations, for example, the SOX, MiFID, KYC, DFA, Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, and Common Reporting Standards, just to name a few. Now, the difficulty is to understand which of all of these regulations apply to your project. And how we can find that out, I'm going to show you right now. So I prepared a little prompt for you today. Basically, I'm assigning the AI a specific role as a requirements engineering expert and also an expert in business analysis. And I just tell it one more time that, hey, you are very familiar with the sorts of different types of requirements that I just told you also just a minute ago. And I tell it that I need help to think about possible constraints for my project. And the end of the prompt is actually where you can put your project information into it. It could be, for example, the product vision board. If you've seen one of my previous videos, I've shown you how you can create a product vision board with the help of AI and discussing it. And this is how the end result looked like. I have got a textual representation of it as well, as you can see here, and I'm going to chuck that into the AI straight away. So you can see the basic prompt I walked you through before, and then you can see the information about my specific project. And actually it should not do this. I just wanted to send the prompt, and now it should already start telling me what constraints I should consider. Here are some of the possible constraints for your food waste reduction project. If you didn't follow my last video, actually my preferred case study right now that I use for a lot of these examples is an app to reduce food waste in Switzerland by 50% within the next 5 years. So, what do we have as constraints? We have some legal and regulatory constraints, we have technical constraints, financial constraints, time constraints, because also I put some date in terms of goals and financial milestones. Then we have social and cultural constraints and operational constraints. Obviously, I could continue the conversation with the AI, and obviously also I can remove whatever I deem is not necessary. Please always keep in mind, consider the AI only as an assistant. If you had a new intern in your team or a new project member, then you would not just take whatever they have produced, whatever results they have, just straight away blindly without double checking it. Same thing applies for the results of an AI. take whatever you feel is important and it makes sense, double check, question, and if you don't think it's not useful, then just leave it out and ignore. All right, I hope you found that useful. Feel free to follow me and to like and subscribe if you want to have more of this content, not just for me, but also from other channels. And hey, don't forget to check out our new course, AI and Requirements Engineering. See you soon.